Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today I'm creating a layout using the My Creative Scrapbook March main kit. Now I do have a full unboxing on my channel, so I will leave that link down below in the description box. If you're interested in subscribing, use my name as a referral and they will send you a free gift. All right, today I want to create a wreath style layout. I've got this one photo of my kitty Pepper, and here he is soaking up some sunshine. He'd been watching birds. That's his favorite pastime. I'll tell you more about that later. All right, so what I did is I have a scribble circle here, and I do have this cut file saved to my computer. I'm not sure where I got it. I think you can get a free Cricut cut file with the scribble circle here. It's one of my favorites to use, so I love creating wreath style layouts. I went ahead and cut the inside of the wreath using one of the pattern papers that came in the kit, and now I want to ink blend around the edges before I glue this down. So I am using the Distress Oxide ink in the color Fossilized Amber. I store all of my ink daubers in this little, I don't know what you call these, this little tube. And I do have a video on my channel where I show how I store those. I will leave that link down below as well. All right, so I'm just picking up a little bit of this yellow. I want to bring in the yellow color. This kit or this collection is full of pinks and yellows and greens. There's also some blues, but I didn't really focus on the blues in the kit. You could though, but I love the colors of pink and yellow and this really mint color green together. So that's the colors that I'm using on the layout. Now, I love the way that this ink blending looks. I am going to add some paint to this layout just to spruce it up a bit. So I have the color Glorious Day. This is a Vibes and it's from Shimmers Paints. And the reason I want to add this is going to add some like sparkle and shine. It almost is like liquid glitter being applied to your layout, but it doesn't come off. So I sprayed it on there, and then I'm also adding some splatter, and I'm not using any mixed media cardstock. So this is going to soak into the paper. It's not going to be able to move around, so it will dry pretty quickly. Now I'm also on the Shimmers Paints design team. So if you ever place an order on the Shimmers Paints website, you can add my name, Melissa Minor, to the notes section, and they will send you a free gift. And you can add my name to each order you place, and each time you'll receive another free gift. I always appreciate when you shop my links or mention my code as a referral, as that does help me out here on YouTube, and I greatly appreciate it. All right, I'm also splattering the color. It's a color splash, also from Shimmers Paints, and this is called Whites of Their Eyes. In my opinion, this is a must-have because you always need white splatters. So in the end, the final layout, you can't even see these, but we know they're there. You watched me put them on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue down this green pattern paper. It's got little branches or like little leafy bits on it. So I'm going to go ahead and add glue to the center here. We'll get that stuck down. And then I will have to kind of finagle getting in that other cut file, the scribble circle. We'll have to match that up. I didn't add top or bottom when I printed it, and that would have been really helpful if I would have just add like the word top or the word bottom or something, so I knew how to line these up, but I didn't, so here we are. I think it's pretty easy for me to just continue turning this circle around. I won't make you watch all of this, but I will go ahead and add a little bit of glue to a portion of it, and then I will stick that down, and then I'll kind of work my way around the cut file, adding more glue as needed. And it's a scribble circle, so if I don't get this lined up perfectly against the pattern paper, I'm not going to worry about it. Now my photo, I do plan on placing over to the right hand side, whichever that may be once I finish spinning this around. So if I have any imperfections, I will try to hide those along the right hand side of the page. So Pepper's favorite pastime is watching birds. He loves birds. Not only does he watch them out the window outside, but he also loves watching YouTube. And Dale has found on YouTube there where there's a channel and you can watch live birds. And so it's just birds coming into like a feeder. And that's one of Pepper's favorite things to do. In fact, he will wake us up at about 4:30 in the morning to turn on the birds. And so, yeah, he is pretty demanding with these birds. He loves them. So I like this photo of him soaking up the sun, watching out the window, looking at birds. He has grown so much since we got him last July. I just cannot believe how big he is now. And yet I don't really see it like on a day-to-day, but when I scrapbook photos and, some are recent and some are older, I can really see the difference when I bring in the photos. Now, since my theme is all about birds, I want to make a wreath style layout using birds. So in this collection, there was quite a bit of ephemera that either had little birds or bird houses. There was even a bird nest. So I have went through and pulled those aside in my stack and sort tray. I've kind of sorted them out here on the bottom of this tray. And I want to put some bird feeders around, bird houses. And then I want to put a bird in between each of these houses or feeders. You can see here I also pulled out the puffy sticker, The Best Day. And I think that's going to be my title for this layout. I did remove the stick from the back of the sticker using a powder tool so that I can move it around more like a die cut. So some of these birds are from the chipboard, and so is a couple of the bird houses. But some are just from the ephemera, so I'm just mixing and matching them, trying to decide what I like best. My photo is printed 4x6, and then I also took a couple of pattern papers in the pink and the yellow, and I also cut those to 4x6 and just kind of stacked those behind my photo. I'm happy with the placement of all these ephemera, so I'm either going to peel off the backing or add some glue. And I'm going to get each of these stuck down around the wreath. So I was paying close attention to make sure that I didn't have any birds looking outside of the wreath. So you'll notice there in the upper right, I've got a bird looking in, and then on the left side, the birds are also looking in. And then I have a little green one at the bottom, and that one was looking over to the right. So I put that at the bottom just to kind of finish that off. I am bringing in some more flowers. I've got some flowers up there on the top and on a couple of these birdhouses, so I thought the flower piece of ephemera would look nice. I did add some foam behind there. And now I'm going to add some strip journaling. So how I do my strip journaling is I just bring up a Pages document on my MacBook and I size it to the size I think I need. I use a ruler and measure it out. And then I put all my journaling in and then I edit it to add 1.5 spacing. And then I just load a piece of thin cardstock. I get the cardstock that I use in my printer at Walmart because it'll go through. I can place it in the drawer of my printer and it goes through just fine. So then I just print it out. And then any excess I can always save for like future projects if I need to stamp something or whatever. I've got just some scraps. So then you saw me using my paper trimmer there and then just cutting these into strips. And I don't really worry about the sizing. If I need to trim a couple down like I am now, I just use my scissors and just kind of trim those down. And then I love the way that looks with the strip journaling, and it is so easy to do. Just type it all in a document and print it out. I think that's a really easy way to journal. I hand journal on some, but I just love the way this looks, and it's so fast and easy that I don't mind doing the strip journaling. So now I just need to glue these down. Sometimes I'll use tape runner, other times I'll use liquid glue like I'm using now. I'm using my reverse tweezers to help me grab a hold of my little strips here, and I'm just kind of staggering them in that open space that I have here on the layout. So I've got a couple more to place down. My journaling says, Pepper sitting at the window, soaking up the sunshine and watching the birds like it's his favorite TV show. These are the little slices of life that make me smile. And so I think that with that and then the word the best day, I think that just all goes together perfectly. So there we go. I've got that on there. Now I thought it was missing something or just was kind of plain. So I am going to tear a piece of this up here and hopefully I'm not ruining my layout. And then I'm going to cut a strip of pattern paper and I'm just going to have that peeking out from behind. So it's going to bring some more color into the layout. I could have matted this on a piece of pattern paper, but I wanted to use that pink to bring a little bit more pink into the layout. And so I think this is a way that I can accomplish that without having, you know, a full 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So I'm just going to add some adhesive here on the sides and on the bottom, and then just line this up so that it's even with my layout. And you know what? I got to get a straight side. You know what? Let me cut a different piece. I think what I did is I cut the other one kind of wonky with my scissors, and I did not use that as the top because I want the top to be a flat edge so that it looks nice across the top and it's even. So I will go ahead and then I use my little, I'll bring in my little distressing tool or kind of ruffle the edges there. And I love the way that looks, but I think it needs a little bit more. So I'm going to tear another one and repeat the same process, bringing in my little edge distressing tool, distressing it a bit. I apologize, I keep bumping the camera mount, so we're getting a little dizzy here, so sorry about that. And then I put one here, and then I will repeat that same process along the bottom. So one more, and I think that this just really added the color that was needed on the layout. So I'm gonna also add a little bit of liquid glue. I don't want that pattern paper snagging or something when it goes into my album. I want it to all stay in place nicely. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then here's the third one. I will add this final one down here and one more piece of that pink pattern paper. Now, this also might have been cute to bring in multiple pieces of pattern paper. So if you have a layout with, you know, different pieces of pattern paper, it might look nice to do one of each color in 3 different areas. So I might try that on another layout. So I've got those stuck down, and then I thought it needed one more thing. So I am gonna add some little stitching marks. I've got a sticker that I used, and you'll see those in the close-ups of where I added those onto the layout. So thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. And if you don't already follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, I would love for you to follow me on those platforms as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!